let's see, it's a small headstone.
And it's Joseph Shires.
Man, some of the things I wrote on here, it's like, what the fuck did I think I was going to do when I saw it here? You know, like, it's so confusing. Hey, want to see a troll? Right there, right over there. Joseph Shires was the original troll, long before the internet. He took it upon himself to write insane letters to one newspaper after another.
I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
And his modus operandi was to propose these insane crackpot things and send them to city councils and send it to the newspaper. So the newspaper would look at this nuttiness and then ask councilmen or mayors about it, and he would get in papers all across the country over and over and over again. His big plot was to air condition cities, entire cities, with some weird piping, 2 pipes low to the ground, 2 pipes higher up, and you have to step between them. Crackpot stuff like this. I have to assume he was a troll, or a bit mentally ill, or both. He did live in kind of a rooming shelter thing all his life. So this air conditioning thing, he went city to city doing it, like I said, and then sometimes they would make news in a city and then get picked up by wires and go all over the country. And he did this day in, day out for decades. So let's see some of the things that he wrote and sent to people, or his exploits. Omaha in December 1940, Shires bashes Christmas commercialism, says that many who receive gifts are obligated to return the favor, says that it clogs his beloved mail. Carlsbad, February 1933, writes about his new invention, a device to ventilate trains and eliminate dust. Invites anyone interested to write to the Commissioner of Patents. Shires was a resident of Carlsbad in his early days before coming to Denver. Let's see, what did he do in Bangor, Maine? In July 1936, he writes about inventing shoe laundries. Quote, "We have discovered that our shoes need polishing on the inside as well as the out. Most corns, bunions, calluses, and burning feet come from a burning lining in the shoes, which upsets the whole body. Says that shoe laundries will help the New Deal. Says it would generate 550 jobs in Bangor. And he says that it would create 100,000 national jobs, not including associated jobs with soap, rags, machinery, and delivery." Then in Butte, Montana, March 1939, this guy right here was in the paper for proposing 40-mile furnace to run along the Mackenzie River in Canada to intervene in cold winters. And what? Here in Colorado, up in Glenwood, he wrote a 12-paragraph letter to the editor advocating for sun baths. Recommends holding mouth open and turning it to the sun. See what I mean? Trope. Idiot or trope? You decide. Hartford proposed to launder their cold weather to city council. When Mayor Mortensen was asked about it, he said, "Gosh." October 1944. And that came via the Miami Herald, even though it happened in Hartford. So his nuttiness spread. What about Pittsburgh, 1939? Interview shows Shire living in a rooming house owned by the Pillar of Fire Church, which owns this land where he's buried. Clean shaven, walks up and down stairs in confusion with leather satchel of plans. Kind of reminds me of somebody. Claims to have written to Hitler, and that Hitler wrote back interested about air conditioning Berlin. Says he didn't write back to Hitler because it cost $10 to $12 for a draftsman to draw up the plans. Room would be left between the third and fourth pipe for people to crawl through after parking their cars. How you get the car in and then crawl out, I don't know. Ask him. Well, anyway, then he's making me mad sometimes because this is stupid, or is it funny? I don't know. I would actually like to go back and meet him. Each square block would be a separate air conditioning unit with a big fan. The air would be red hot in the winter, and we'd have a big fan the size of a plane propeller. Cleveland, June 19th, 1939.
Pause.
Now we come to Yonkers, May 1936. City Council reads Shiers' letter in which he explained that no system would eliminate flies and mosquitoes and make washing outside easier for man and beast. Shiers' application was placed on file. Oh, that his system. He had a system to beat everything known to mankind, mosquitoes and everything. Moline, the usual, 1936, the air conditioning. Logan City, Utah. Outrageously long, insane, cuckoo, wacko, batshit mugamba about heredity, including if there were more mothers like Jesus' mother, we would not have all this disease, poverty, restlessness. Oakland, March 1936. City administrator stumped by Shiers' weather letter. Says his plans come from Hebrews 11. His letter was officially put on file. Then I drew that for some reason. I don't know what's going on. The letter was punted to the Board of Public Works. This just shows how this nutty thing, he sends it to the newspapers, he sends it to the council sends it to Public Works. Nobody knows what to do with this shit because he's a troll. He's an interrupting troll that must have all the attention he can possibly get. And he was good at it. Oh, boy. Shall we visit Oberlin, Ohio right now? I don't know why, nobody else does, but Shiers wrote to them in July 1939, and he offered to air condition the town in order to pep up the inhabitants and make the town a convention city. Yes, definitely, if you're in politics, you got to consider that. That would be quite a popular program, except for all the pipes all over town. Roanoke. You got to really hurry. My knees are killing me. February 1936. City Clerk James exhibited a letter from Shiers addressed to the mayor and city council espousing his ability to change snow into a gentle rain and make it possible for men to wear less clothes. I don't know why that was so important to him, but no, it should probably look like I'm actually reading it. Shiers also envisions the weather becoming a political issue with those for and against changing the temperature at any given moment, like an elderly couple arguing in their house. Quote, an old line do nothing will run with the present climate, whereas a progressive will run against it and be elected. Yes. Why didn't Nixon think of that? What's a Nixon? Indecipherable Shiers letter read to City Council. He proposes that they cooperate with him in building a monument to the current King of England, and the paper there listed it under a teeny subheadline called Freak Notes. They're making fun of the troll. Salt Lake City. After getting the usual weather political letter from Shire, Mayor E.B. Irwin said, "This matter requires the closest consideration. Upon my decision rests my political fortunes, and I certainly cannot decide the issue without probably years of study." They're mocking you. Everyone's laughing at you. And then finally in Santa Barbara, he wrote about the case of someone named Hyman Gorwitz of San Francisco who built a trap to catch annoying kids on his lawn. Capturing kids. I don't know. Doesn't seem like a great idea. Things were different in those days, though. You did get that, right?
What?
I thought I was without my cigarettes, and it scared me deeply, deeply. It's over.
Oh, really? Well, put it back in your hand real quick. I'm gonna take some pictures.
Do you want the city names, or do you want the pretty blank back? Maybe I could do both. We're done?
And you want to take one?
Oh, God.
Oh, I got
And
it.
I can,
Wait. Hold on here. You got to get up.
Yeah. I want that fire hydrant. Because nobody's ever mentioned that before.